What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. This is going to be a vlogging style video, kind of talk to you guys a little bit. But you know how I am, I'm just straight up honest. We all get on track, off track. We sometimes completely lose sight of our goals and all kinds of shit happens, all right? What I want to talk about today is the importance of understanding what a family and family unit means, or support system, in your healthy journey. Now, I have told you this time and time and time again that, just because family is technically related by blood means absolutely nothing according to your goals. Okay? 99.9% of the time, you may be lucky, all right? You may be lucky that other family members or somebody else wants to get involved with your healthy journey and they want to stay on track too. Maybe it's not exactly the same. Maybe you got some like-minded goals. For those of you that do, cherish that. That is awesome. Motivate each other, push each other to be able to reach and obtain all of your goals in a positive way. That's great. Now, for the other part, the majority of you may not necessarily have the lack of a support system, but you may be experiencing something that could be difficult, okay? It could be a loved one, it could be a wife, it could be a husband, it could be a moms are big ones. Moms always want to feed you. Grandmothers are even worse. Grandmas want to feed you. We want to bring you food. They want you to eat this. They want you to eat that. The reality is that you need to understand that you're going to have to make some pretty tough decisions on the types of scenarios or situations that you put yourself into. I'm not saying become a hermit like Jonathan and don't go have a social life or anything like that. But what I'm saying is it's really important that you understand that social life does not mean that you have to go to social gatherings and eat what everybody else is eating, okay? I'm not saying also that you can't figure out how to incorporate those things on a more regular basis after you understand yourself and you work on your self-discipline. What I am saying is that you can eat your own foods, you can do what you need to do when you go to those places that you need to go. So understand, having a social life, doing those things and experiencing those things is perfectly fine. It's good to see grandma. It's good to do different things. But realize sometimes you're going to have to be a little bit tricky, a little bit sneaky, okay? Get a little sneaky up in there. Sneaky might mean something like, instead of going to grandma's house and she's going to feed me, I promise you, almost indefinitely, if you say, Grandma, let's play a game of Scrabble. She went from thinking she feeds you to love you to instantly understanding that you are there to spend time with her. That's amazing. She no longer has to do something for you. You are now doing something for the relationship of both of you. And that'll mean something to her, okay? And it may not be Scrabble, maybe it's Uno, maybe it's reading together, maybe it's just hanging out and watching a movie. But during that process, use it to help that individual understand. So now, not only have you got that person on your side because they know you want to spend time with them and they know you're focused on actually, having a heartwarming relationship with that individual. Now they feel good, okay? So they got those positive mental endorphins being exchanged without the use of food, okay? Now you could talk about your journey. You could say, hey, I've been really focusing on losing weight. I've been really focusing on getting healthier, and start just kind of talking about it. And I'll bet you 9 times out of 10, Grandma will be your biggest advocate, or mom, or whatever. A lot of the times it can really help you. Maybe she'll cook you some low-carb recipes. Give her some parameters. You might have your own little self-cook right there, helping you out, pushing you along the way, keeping you on track. Now, you'll have other things that happen that are not so great, as far as that's a good scenario, a perfect scenario, but you might have scenarios that aren't so favorable, such as the feeders. All right, grandma's a feeder, but chances are grandma's gonna be on your side if you ask her to be on your side. Maybe you got a mom, you got a husband, you got a wife that it could be their own insecurities why they feed you. Maybe they don't want you to look good. Maybe they don't want you to be in shape because they feel like they're gonna be left. Which, if somebody feels like they're gonna be left, they need to go to a counselor, because just because you get in shape doesn't mean you would leave that person because you love that person, okay? That doesn't change. Granted, you might get more attention, whatever. There's nothing wrong with getting attention, okay? Sorry, of course, I gotta pause on my recording. It's when you feed back into that attention, and that's when it becomes a problem within your relationship. And not until then, it shouldn't be. So have an honest talk with that individual, but also understand that when you have somebody that knows you like food around you, it could prove extremely difficult because they're always going to try to give you food. And people think or have attached feelings of love to those type of things. Now, sometimes you're going to have to tell that person, hey, I don't want what you're doing. I really would like something like, you could tell them something like, I would like things like, quote, and then insert blank. Now, I have a suggestion for you, because I feel that these things are really important when you're in a relationship or anything like that. I feel like if you do have somebody that really likes that type of thing, and they want to go out or they want to go party with you or whatever, you need to set some time apart for them, okay? If that relationship is the most important relationship in your entire life, your mom, your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friends, whatever it is, make time, okay? Make some motherfucking time for these fucking people, because if they matter to you, make time. But it has to be specific. If it's once a month, happens on that day, or it don't happen. If it's once every 2 weeks, it happens on that day, or it doesn't happen. You don't change days, because then they just start rolling into each other and you're just fucking up left and right. It's all bad. But you can go ahead and make a day that you can go eat, you can go drink, you can go hang out with these people. If it's 2 times a month has never been a fucking problem for anybody, so stop saying that shit. The problem is bouncing back. If you don't think you're strong enough, well, then your friends are gonna have to fucking wait, alright? With your relationship, if it's a partner, whether it's a girl, a guy, whatever, husband, wife, girlfriend, fiance, fuck. Everybody and their mom wants to bug me. 5 different things happened. My video broke up. I'm sorry. Freaking going nuts. No, but 5 love languages are like words of affirmation, things like gifts. You can do things of action. What is it? Like where you help them. All the love languages consist of like really cool things that you can do as a bonding experience and also share it with your partner. Believe it or not, it's so funny. Like when you do something like this, it makes things completely different usually. Like people have been together a decade or 20 years, never knew that their partner hated when they bought them gifts. But they would love if they'd just take out the trash. Like, do you know how much money you'd save if you just took out the damn trash? And like how much happier your relationship would be? Because it almost becomes spiteful. You don't take out the trash, but you just keep buying her shit. Like, it's like, just take out the trash. You know, and and it can go both ways. But the reason I'm saying do this with your partner is because then they will subconsciously start understanding more about you as a person, like the things that you enjoy or the things that you love. You can also do like personality tests like INFJ, ENTP, or whatever. You could do those. You can do all kinds of things. What I'm saying is get off the focus of the food, of what you don't want, and maybe try to get a little bit more on the focus of the things that you do that you do want. They say, according to the law of attraction, stop focusing on what you don't want. Meaning, when they approach you with food, say, no, I don't want that, because maybe it's not working. That approach could be failed, okay? So I would say, do the approach of saying, hey, you know what? Instead of this, I would like this. Or, hey, can we do these things? Because instead of saying, don't give me food, let's go do 5 love languages so you can see what I actually like. Don't do it like that, okay? Don't do it like that. Bring the things up completely separately when that's not happening, because otherwise they'll think you're trying to manipulate them into getting gifts or something, and it could go bad. But when not thinking about food in any way, shape, or form, say, hey, have you ever tried the love languages? That would be really cool. Just randomly bring it up in conversation, not to do with this, because it can really get you going. Now, aside from all of that, I think those two things are probably going to be the most pivotal. You're going to visit grandma or a family member or something like that. Instead of eating together and enjoying that, maybe play games together, go hiking together. Figure out something that's a little bit funner with your partner or somebody closest to you that's constantly trying to get you off track or anything like that. Figure out things that you love about each other, because just because I love giving gifts doesn't mean you love taking them, okay? So find out on the opposites, and don't make it all about you. Understand that you can also learn about your individual that is closest to you as well, so that you can be a better partner and you can be better at doing what it is you do, making your individual happy. But the most important thing, aside from those tips or tools, is going to be, remember, just because somebody is related to you does not mean that they have the same goals, aspirations, or anything. And if all else fails, you may have to completely 100% distance yourself from people that are constantly getting you off track, okay? And I'm not saying that it doesn't matter what your self-discipline is, because at the end of the day, yes, I understand that it's important, but practicing your self-discipline would be saying, hey, I need to discipline myself by not going out with that person because I feel like I could potentially get off track when they're around. So if your self-discipline when you're around them is lacking, then get away from them and practice that. So not only did you take the first step of telling them no, if that didn't work, sometimes getting away from that type of situation altogether can be a hell of a lot more beneficial. You guys, I hope you liked this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. This is a challenge video. And if you are interested, I am thinking about opening up a next challenge for a all expenses paid trip to Europe. I feel like I sound psychotic when I'm saying that. What the hell am I doing? But I'm excited about it. And you guys know I love travel, and I love healthy living, and I love the fact that I'm finally being able to start merging these things. So if you're interested in getting involved within our next challenge, it looks like the going rate is going to be about $100 buy-in. And we haven't done anything. I just did some math and stuff like that, and it seems like $100 buy-in would probably be best, so that we could do a pretty good trip. I don't want no bullshit trip. Probably be one winner, maybe total body transformation. I don't know. Put your ideas in the description below. If you want to get signed up, shoot me a message. This is a challenge video. I think I said that. Remember to be stronger than excuses. Spread love, not hate. I just said be strong. I'm going to say it again. Be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Drink your damn water. Stay the fuck on track and travel, because you're not fucking dead yet. Peace.